All right, I just gotta wait for some people to jump on here. Looks like somebody's here. I'm on the iPad, so I can't really see the chat that well. Hey, it's Bobby. How are you, Bobby? Thank you for all your support. I see you always comment on the other channels too, so thank you. I'm outside. Hey, Danny, good morning. How are you? Hey, can you guys hear me okay? Because I'm on the iPad that hasn't been used in a while, and you know, the audio and the video on this is likely to be pretty YouTubey. So I just want to make sure you can hear me. And there's probably some ambient noises here too, I'm going to guess, because I've got birds chirping. There's actually a cardinal's nest 10 feet from me here where Mama Cardinal is in there on her eggs. And then I've got my gateway behind me, which I already went through the setup, and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. Hey, it's Mega Fred. How are you? 805's here. I wish I could keep these chats up on the screen longer. Danny's here. Chris. And if I forget anyone, guys, I'm sorry, because the chat on the iPad, it just comes up and then it like kind of goes away quickly. So thank you everyone for joining. Hey, if you haven't hit the thumbs up yet, do that for me if you don't mind. It helps the channel. And I just wanted to kind of hang out with you guys while I burn in my gateway drum. And I'll tell you the funny story with it. If I could keep the chat up here, I think it would be outstanding, but it seems like I'm having a hard time. So I got the gateway for Christmas. My wife bought me the gateway for Christmas. And it has been, well, it's May. So it first sat in the garage for about a month because of time, just limited time. Then I brought it into the house and I assembled it, which really wasn't much of anything. It was just, you know, putting on the wheels, and I might have put on, did I put a handle on? I don't even think I had to put a handle on. I just had to, I didn't really do much, I'll be honest. It took me like no time. And it sat in my foyer for a while. I didn't get a cover with it originally, so I ordered some accessories like a second grate. I ordered a like a heat shield for the bottom, the side shelf, the ash scoop and basket lifter. There was like I pretty much got everything you could get for it. I wanted to have everything because I love drum smokers. And anyway, and I have the barbecue guru hooked up to it, if you can see here. So I'm the reason why I'm doing that. Good morning, Doug. The reason why I'm doing that is because the first burn-in for this, for seasoning, you have to spray the entire inside with like Pam or cooking oil, and then you want to hold it at like 300 degrees for an hour. So I did that. I've got everything going, and I'm just going to have the barbecue guru, you know, hold in my temperatures for me. It's climbing right now. It's at like 130. So I just put the lid on maybe like 5 minutes ago, and I'm just going to kind of chill out here, wait for it to get up to 300, and just let it burn in. And I'm really excited about it because I've been wanting to use it forever, you know, for these last 4 or 5 months, and I haven't. So now this week, this weather is going to be really good. We're going to have 70s, 80s, and sunshine, and I thought it would be a perfect time to start, you know, today on Saturday morning, get it out here, get it burned in, and get it ready so that I can use it. And I didn't do like a review video on it or take any. I took some B-roll, but not much, so I'm not sure what my first video will be on it. It'll probably be a sort of kind of halfway review, and then a cook. And good question, Bobby, because I was just going to ask you guys what I should cook for the first run. I have rib hangers, I have all kinds of stuff, and I was thinking about doing a couple spatchcock chickens because I know they'll be insanely good on here, but I can do anything I want, really. And I'm not going to use this barbecue guru all the time on here. I'm just, for the first burn in, I want to make sure I hold temp, because if you go too high, you can ruin the paint. And I have my beautiful Cubby Blue, so I, you know, I don't want to lose that. But okay, ribs. So there's a vote for ribs. I mean, I have no problem doing that. They're so expensive these days, but you know, I haven't had them in a while for that reason. But this will give me a good excuse. Fred says anything. Thank you, Fred. Chris says ribs. Man, I got a feeling ribs is going to be the big thing here. And there goes my beautiful wife. She's going to sit out here and enjoy the nice weather with me. They seem to be coming. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I gave up on looking for them because I used to pay, you know, $7, $8 a slab for baby backs, and I've seen them as high as like mid-20s right now. And I mean, I like ribs, but you know, for like 3 slabs of ribs to pay $70, you know, because that's about what we'll eat here. Well, I'd say we probably eat 2, but then I always make an extra one, and I end up giving it to my younger sister and her family, or used to give it to my neighbor when I still had one good neighbor, but he moved away. But I always make a little bit extra because I like to share with everyone. Whatever's on sale, there you go. And Danny, that's a good point. I haven't checked Wild Fork's price on the ribs, so that's a good point. I should actually check them out. Thought I looked recently, but I don't remember what I was looking for. I guess it must not have been ribs. Let me keep this chat up here. Gosh, 45 for 3 racks of baby backs in California. That's not bad, man. That's honestly, on average, that's cheaper than what we're getting them for here. And I don't know why they're so high. You know, I mean, I know why they're so high. We don't have to even go into it. But I don't know why they're so much higher here than in most other places. I guess it's just whatever it is, what it is. But so anyway, I guess I should. Well, no, I'll give it a minute. So it's up to about 165 right now. I don't know. Can you guys see the Guru? You probably see the screen. It's flashing. But that's the new, what's it called? It's the new Ultra Q. And they haven't sponsored me or anything. The nice young lady there, she did send that to me because I called to order an attachment for my, for this attachment here that goes with the fan. And I originally had the other Barbecue Guru, and I had a problem with alerts. Everything else worked amazing. Like I do tons of overnight cooks with it because it's fully automated, and I use it on the SNS Kamado primarily, but I wanted to get an attachment for this, and her and I started to talk, and I kind of told her about that alert issue, and I think Verizon is the problem, but I'm not sure because the text messages weren't coming through. But this new Ultra Q works with their app. So with the app, you can get like app notifications. It doesn't have to be, it's not a web-based portal anymore. And anyway, that's, you know, pretty cool because it'll help me to, gosh, the chat keeps going away. It'll help me to, you know, get the alerts that I need or whatever. So tomorrow being Mother's Day, my wife wants brisket, and I'm not sure if I'm going to do hot and fast and start early in the morning or pull an all-nighter tonight or just hook up this to the Kamado and let that thing go all night. I haven't decided yet, but I'll figure it out later in the day. And I've got a full day ahead of me. I've got this I want to finish up. You know, this is important to me. And then I have 4 grills that came in from, I'm not sure if you guys remember, every spring there's a company that it's a marketing company that works with like Walmart and Lowe's, and they'll send me a couple of grills to do reviews on or introductions or presentations, whatever. And they are paid videos, they're paid work, and they're great people to deal with. So far, if they sent me a grill that I said was junk and I didn't want on my channel, they would say no problem, give that away to someone. Which, by the way, I always I'm kind of sidetracking here. A lot of you don't know, but I donate all those grills to like veterans, you know, mostly you know, retired veterans maybe that don't have a lot of money or you know, so on, or if, you know, disabled veterans, I always find them locally. I'll post on my Facebook page, and then I'll give those away. So I'll have 4 cookers to give away to retired veterans or police, fire, by the end of the month, I hope, because I think I'll get those videos completely done by then. And I got somebody here with their big speakers and loud music. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it bugs too. Okay, I finally got the chat back up. 19 bucks for babies. Wow, man. Yeah, I mean, and that's about what we are here. We're even a little higher than that. Let me see. Tommy's here from Gallery. What's up, Tommy? And Danny, yeah, I don't really advertise that much because, I don't know, I'm worried that people are going to think that I'm, you know, lying about it or whatever. And it's sort of like muddy water these days when you start talking about police, fire, veterans. And I'm not ashamed of doing that. I just don't want to deal with, you know, I don't want to deal with any would-be commenters that maybe aren't on my side with it. But anyway, I've donated, I would say, probably 12 to 15 cookers already over the last couple of years. I think. I mean, I'm guessing, but I know it's in that ballpark. I didn't really take photos or video of it. I just, they'll come by and, you know, they'll pick it up, and I help them load it up, and then that's the end of it. But I'm going to have, you know, 4 more to give away by the end of May. Maybe I'll do some footage on it. I don't know. I really would like to grow that effort if I could. You know, if I could get somebody to help with it. I've had local friends donate, like, they'll donate gift cards to it for, like, you know, so that, let's say, you know, somebody comes and picks up a cooker, and then I'll give them a gift card for, like, Walmart to go buy steaks or whatever it is that they want to cook on it. Or maybe a gift card to, like, a local butcher shop, something like that. So I've had some of my friends and stuff that have donated to it, but I haven't really made it public. I've just kind of done it on my own. Let me see here. Did I miss something? Kurt, hey Kurt, thank you, buddy. Hope you're doing good too. And I'm sorry I'm missing comments because on the iPad they go away. Like, I gotta touch the screen to see them, and then they'll disappear after a few seconds or whatever. Yeah, dog, it makes me feel good. I like to do that stuff, you know, and by nature, I'm a very generous person to a fault because I've gone broke being too generous more than once. But this is different because these things don't cost me any money. So it's easy for me to, and I don't want them around here. I have right now, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is it only 12? So 13, no, wait, there's one behind my wife I didn't see, the solo grill. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I have 14 cookers here right now, and then I have 4 in the garage that are in boxes. Well, 1's assembled and 3 are in boxes. So, what is that? 18? Oh, the electric griddle too, yeah, 19. But I'm going to be getting rid of that. I really don't like that thing very much. But anyway, yeah, and I don't want all those here. I don't need them. I don't want them. So, and I've given them all away except one, this Lifetime cooker that I did my last review on. That one I'm trying to sell because there's a friend of mine who's a disabled vet that he wants a specific smoker, all right? And I want to buy it for him. So I want to sell this Lifetime grill to raise the money to buy him that smoker. And I haven't sold it yet. But, you know, hopefully I will. Hopefully I'll sell it pretty soon. But we'll see. Let's see, this thing's chumming along. It's at 220 now, so that's good. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, Danny, I get it. I mean, I know it's. Hey, Bob, good morning, or Ben. I'm sorry. Again, the iPad that I'm on, the chat goes away on its own. The burning process is about an hour, but I'm going to do 2 hours on it. I just coated the inside really well with like a non-stick spray or whatever, like a PAM style, canola oil, whatever. So I'm going to let that go for a couple hours. There's no reason not to. It's not going to hurt, you know. I put enough coal in there to burn for probably 4 or 5 hours, but I think I'm just going to let it go for, you know, 2 hours or something, and then I'll shut it down. And that should be good enough to seal and season the inside. 18, yeah, an intervention is needed. It's called people need to come pick some of these up, which they will soon. Thank you, Doug. I appreciate it. It just feels good to me, man. I like doing that stuff. And you know, I've had some great people come here to pick stuff up for me, like war heroes, literally. You know, the last thing I gave away was actually, it wasn't even anything that was sent in to me. I have there's a guy, one of the guys that I gave a cooker to is a veteran named, I think it's Jake Verhagen, and he lives right behind me here, all right? And when he picked it up, he said, you know what, Mike, I like what you're doing so much, and to be honest, I could afford to buy this if I wanted. So I'm going to take this and give it to a friend of mine that's about 50 miles from here that I know can't afford it. And he went and donated it, and that guy was also a veteran. Then, around Thanksgiving, Jake just came here randomly and dropped a turkey fryer on my doorstep. And I checked my ring, because he didn't tell me he was going to do it. So I checked my ring footage, and it turned out that I saw it was him. And he's like, oh, hey, yeah, that was me, you know, as I sent him a message. And he said, just get it to somebody in need. And there's another retired vet that was just in National Guard 4 doors down from me. He's got a lot of kids. He's a really good guy, and I can't remember his name right now. Do you remember his name, honey? Anyway, I dropped it off on his doorstep, and he deep fried a turkey for his family for Thanksgiving. So, you know, that stuff feels good to me. It doesn't cost me anything but time, and sometimes a little money, but it's not enough to where I'm going to go broke. But it's just something that I like to do, and it makes me feel good, and the people that help me with it makes them feel good, and I think we should be doing more of that stuff, you know. But yeah, we will definitely. Hey, Fred, thanks for being here, buddy. Have a great weekend there in sunny California. At least we have some sun here in Illinois today. And this coming week is going to be nice, which I've already said. Hey, whoever's here, if you haven't hit the like button yet, please do it. I got 18 or 20 people here, and I think there's only 17 likes. There's probably some people that haven't done it yet, but if you can, go for it. All right, I'm at 256 degrees now on the gateway. So once it gets to 300, I'll hold it there for a couple hours, and I'll be good to go. What was I saying here? I was talking about the donations, yeah. So anyway, I'll have another 4 or 5 cookers to give away by the end of this month. And I may very well, you know, take some footage. I don't know, just so people can see, because I talk about it, but I don't really ever tell anyone about it. Western Chicago Burbs. Ben, do me a favor. Take pictures of it and email me. It's everydayfamilybbq@gmail.com, and I'll post it on my page, and you know, I'll let you know what happens with that, you know. But send me some photos of it and what it is, and then I'll post it, because I have no problem with that. And actually, I know for sure there's one veteran that lives about 10 miles from me that has been wanting a smoker and just hasn't had the ability to buy it. And I haven't had any smoker type cookers come in for a review recently. The last one was last year, so I'm sure that I can probably help you with that. 23 likes. I love it. That's Jordan's number, my favorite athlete of all time. And now we have 23 people in here too. That's awesome. Michael Jordan. 25 people now. For anybody who just joined, I'm just hanging out outside because it's the first nice day we've had in forever. I'm burning in my Gateway drum, which is right behind me. I'm using the Barbecue Guru and the Ultra Q just to hold temperature. and I'm gonna let it burn in. I sprayed down the inside with Pam really well, and I'm just gonna let it. I'm just gonna let it burn in, you know, for a couple hours, and wanted to bring you guys along for at least the first part of it. And I got my phone here, and I'm getting texts and emails and stuff, but I don't think anything really important. So yeah, all right, let me get that out of my face here. And I love this app too. Um, I mean, just check this out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but the app for the Ultra Q. I mean, it's really really interactive. Like not interactive, but it's fast. Like if I see it change on there, boom, it's instant on here, which I love because there's no delay. If there is, it's very very minimal. Let me get the chat back up. I can't see, it keeps going away. Thanks, Ben. Yeah, I'll try to help you with that, and that's great. I appreciate it, and I know whoever ends up getting it will be very, very happy too. Todd from Southern California, man, you're lucky. But thanks for coming in. And let me see what Troy said. Not to wake up, gloomy rain, been around. Yeah, has been. So it's been a crazy. You know, we've had snow and then warm weather and then snow and then frost and then just constant rain here for like the last couple of weeks. We even had a tornado by my house, which you can't see, but it's just to the, it would be just to the west of me, about a mile, if not less. It was a small, very short-lived tornado, but it was last weekend actually. I think it was, I don't know what day it was, probably Saturday. I was having my daughter's 21st birthday party, and we had some family over, and started raining. I was watching the radar, and the radar looked real nasty. So I saw sort of a little hook in the radar that was just coming right at us, and it stayed just west of us. But a friend of mine who lives here in the same subdivision, it was only her house. This is the weirdest thing. Only her house had all these huge, humongous, old, mature trees uprooted and either thrown or just knocked over. But they were all uprooted, and there was no damage to the house next to her on either side. It was just the weirdest thing. I don't know. I don't even know how it's possible. Let's see. Chris has got some cloudy weather and chilly there in Rhode Island. We have had crap weather. This coming week's supposed to be beautiful, and I intend to enjoy every minute of it. My son has a couple games this week, baseball games, which I'm helping coaching again this year. And we have my daughter's track, and I don't know what else we have, to be honest, but I'm going to spend a lot of time outside this week, I can tell you that, because I've been cooped up for the whole winter. And also 2 weeks in Columbus in the 80s. Oh, that's cool. That's cool, man. I'll be looking forward to some weather like that, which again, this week we're supposed to get. Pit Boss, Pro 850 next weekend. Wanted the Camp Chef, but out of my budget. Oh, Justin's here. What's up, brother? Hey, is Greg still by you? I'm wondering. Car's 100 yards away and throw car. Yeah, dude, it was so weird. I gotta send you. I'll text you pictures, Justin, because this lady named Teresa, she's a longtime friend of mine. Great lady. She and her family were actually out of town in the suburbs on that day, but it was like only her house. She's got big trees around the property, and I'd say 6 or 8 of them were just completely uprooted and thrown around the property. But the house next to her, Mrs. Rio, and on the other side, I can't remember who that is that lives there, completely fine, no issues. So, and I guess they did confirm there was an F0. It was an F0 tornado, but man, did it do a lot of concentrated damage for only being an F0. I mean, I don't know. Let's get a break from the rain today. Good for you, man. Good for you. I'm enjoying a break from the rain because it rained all day yesterday. A friend of mine is putting together, he's got a project that he's working on for the fall, an outdoor project. It's like a haunted attraction, about an hour and some change from me, and he wanted some help figuring out like Wi-Fi antennas and Wi-Fi extenders and security cameras and all that stuff. So another buddy of mine who's in the IT field and myself, we went out there to go inspect the property yesterday and to fly a drone to kind of get a lay of the land. And it rained. Like we couldn't even get everything done that we wanted. It was supposed to rain and be done by 11 a.m. and I was with them until about 3 o'clock, and it rained the whole time, and it rained pretty much for the rest of the day up until maybe mid, or I would say early evening. It may have stopped. So I'm sick of the rain, and I'm happy to have some nice warm weather. All right, so she's up to 320 now. The Ultra Q has stopped. Going to check out a burger. Oh, that's awesome, man. Yeah, I hope you guys had fun. I can't wait to see everybody in July. I hope Greg can make it down there. I'll send him the dates, or when I talk to him on the phone, I'll tell him the date. It's 28th, I think. 28th is 27th. 27th we're getting there. 28th was the day that I wanted to just kind of spend with you guys. Oh, he's not feeling good? Allergies? Really? That's weird. Well, a much different climate for him, that's for sure. Being used to being in San Diego, you know, everything is going to be different for him when you leave San Diego, I guess. Well, tell him I hope he feels better, man. CNC videos is an IT, cool. All right, that's it. I think I'm caught up. Sorry about this, because I have to keep touching the screen to keep the iPad chat up. I didn't want to bring a laptop out here with me. Yeah, I think I'm caught up. I don't know. Anyway, let's see where it is. Still holding in around 321, which is good. I think between 3 and 350 is right where we want to be. And then I have... for those of you that didn't see, that's the app for the Ultra Q. And I really love this new one because of the app. Because honestly, the older one was a web-based portal, and the only thing about it was the alerts didn't come through, which I've said already, but I don't know who did or didn't hear it. It's 22 years now for me. For what, Chris? I must have missed something, man. Let's see.
IT.
No, that was CNC videos. That's in IT, so this is somebody. Oh, IT work. Oh, never mind. My wife's ahead of me with the chat here. Yeah, I've been at it, well, I started about 17 years ago, and that business got just crushed from COVID, which I expected to be opposite, but it didn't go that way. So I closed my office. I went full-time YouTube, full-time video, and yeah, so science headache. I fixed that in my head before I saw your follow-up comment, Justin. Well, I hope he gets better, man. Sinus headaches can suck. Is it just now, or has he been like that the whole time he's been there? I probably will, Bobby. I probably will. What? I don't even know how. All right, I think I did it. Was that the one? All right. I don't even know what they were saying.
I have no idea. Nothing barbecue related?
Yeah, I think they were spammers. Well, they're gone now. Okay, do you have Does anyone in chat have first use an SNS Kamado and how it compares to? I have an SNS Kamado. I love it. I've never had a problem with it. I love everything about it. The slow and sear being a part of it is huge. That said, I've never owned a Big Green Egg. I've never owned a Kamado Joe, and I've never used either one of those. But, you know, in essence, they're all very similar in that they're ceramic cookers. But the slow and sear Kamado has the slow and sear accessory, which is a game changer. It's a game changer on kettles. It's a game changer on that cooker. And so, you know, I mean, I can't do a direct comparison for you, although I'm sure there's videos out there that have. But I mean, I would recommend the one I have to anyone. And Kamado cookers are, you know, ceramic cookers, Kamado cookers. They're great to own. They're very efficient. They do take a while to learn, you know, how to dial them in and to, you know, develop techniques for lighting and all that. They're not that difficult, but, you know, you have to be a little careful because the ceramic is obviously a very good insulator. And if you're in a hurry to get that thing lit and up to temperature, you can blow past your target temperatures, and it takes a long time to bring it back down to where you want it. So it's really just about slowly bringing it up to temperature, whatever your target temperature is. That's probably the biggest piece of advice that I would give you. Okay. Doug, my wife does not tell me I have a problem, like mental problem, but she says I have a problem in that we're running out of room here. So, and she's right, because I originally didn't even have a patio back here. I just had the deck. And a couple years into YouTube, I put I would say it's about a 15 to 18 foot by 10 or 12 foot patio. And the very next year, I ended up extending it and doubling the size. And right now, I don't see. Oh, I think Justin took care of it already.
No.
Thank you, Justin.
I'm monitoring too. So.
I didn't see even what the person said. I don't know, why do we get so many dumbasses that come in here, really? I mean, it happens on every live stream that I watch, too. Hey, my boy Russ. I got three of my best friends here in the world right now. We have Russ from Smoky Ribs, Justin at Baby Back Maniac, and with Justin is Greg from Ballistic Barbecue. So all three of my boys are here. Russ, how you doing today, man? I am, dude. I know I've sent you a lot of texts about this. I'm finally burning in my my gateway. So I sprayed down all the internals with PAM, and I have it right now sitting at 314 degrees, and it's just chilling. I'm gonna have it sit there. I think you told me an hour, but I'm gonna do probably 2 hours. And I wasn't sure if that round piece at the bottom that the basket goes in the middle of, I wasn't really sure if I needed to spray that, because it looked, I don't know, I guess it looked sort of like a rough stainless, but I sprayed it anyway. I figured it can't hurt anything. Somebody's texting me, hold on. Oh, okay, thanks, Justin. I appreciate it. I don't know where these people come from, man. It seems like it happens on like every single live stream that I watch, but thank you for taking care of that for me. I appreciate it, because I can't really keep up with it here. All right, I'm caught up. But anyway, yeah, Russ, can't wait. I might use it. I want to do that brisket tomorrow. Remember, I was texting you about maybe doing the Mother's Day brisket on there, but I'm not sure. I'm just not sure like how long it'll take, you know, and I don't want to have everybody waiting to eat. So I was thinking I would use the Barbecue Guru. Tell me this, what's the, I think they say that with this paint, it's good for up to 500 degrees. But if I burn it in today for say 2 hours, you know, to set the paint and all that, if I wanted to run it at 400 tomorrow, would that be safe to do? Like run it at 400 for the duration of the brisket and just do like a hot and fast brisket on it? Do you think, in your opinion? Yeah, the diffuser plate, and there's another one down there too that's sort of, it sort of surrounds the charcoal basket. It actually comes out. I don't know if you even noticed it, but there's a piece down there that actually comes out. But I'm thinking about running it at like 400 and doing you know, doing a like a hot and fast brisket so that I don't have to sit up all night or whatever. The Kamado is I'm 99% sure it's the same. It's a 22, like a Weber kettle. So it's 22 because I can take the grate off of my slow and sear kettle and interchange it with the Kamado. So it's the same size as like a Weber or a slow and sear kettle, which I believe is 22 inches. Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do, Russ. You know, I know that I don't know for a fact, but I'm pretty sure that Gateway says like these custom paints are good for 500 degrees, and the flat paints are good for 1,000 degrees. But you know, I don't really want to ruin it. I want to purchase an attachment of multi-level cooking. Yeah, I mean, again. You'd have to look it up on Amazon or whatever, but I think mine is 22. And I have also bought an attachment for the, I bought a second grate for the Gateway. So I've got 2-level cooking on there too. And, I mean, I don't know if I'll ever use it that way or not. I guess, you know, we'll find out. I'm sure I'm gonna. As soon as I get used to it, I'm sure I'm gonna. Okay, let me see what Ben asked here. Do you ever start the brisket the afternoon before, wrap and finish it in the oven at 200? I have never done it that way, Ben. I've always finished it on the cooker. I know there's a lot of people that finish them in the oven, but I've always finished it, you know, in the cooker, pretty much. And with brisket especially, like, you know, you gotta pull it from the heat at the right time. That, if it's not the most important thing, it's damn near the most important thing, because you don't want to overcook it to where it just falls apart. And if it's undercooked, it's tough, and it just doesn't, you know, it's after all that work, you know, you don't want to have a tough brisket. So like, I really watch it, especially towards the end, and I try to get it off the heat at the right time, and then resting it properly. Like if you did a hot and fast, you know, venting the foil or the butcher paper for a while before you seal it up, like in a Cambro or a cooler. But yeah, so anyway, 10 p.m. and it's done at 6 a.m. I've never done it that way, man. Perhaps one day I will. I'd probably be nervous though that I'm going to overcook it, you know, trying to sleep at night, worrying about that. Paint issues, so you know I'm taking mine at Derek's place so I can keep using it. Nice. Are you going to do all your filming by Derek from now on? I think you said you were. I don't know how far he lives from you. I guess it must be pretty convenient. That was on your offset. Okay. So what temperature did you do it at, Russ, on the offset? I'm curious how hot you're able to get the cook chamber. 45-minute ride. Okay, yeah, that's quite a haul, but I mean, I like the 325. I like the studio you guys have there. So 325 to 350. Man, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I guess I could. I mean, if I fill the coal basket fully on the, I could use the Guru on the drum. And I could start it tonight and just run it at, you know, 225 all night, I suppose, and just leave it in there. But would that if I fill the basket completely with coal, would I have enough? Would it burn for 10 to 12 hours? Because I've never done it, I haven't used it, so I know I'm asking you a lot of questions. But if I fill the coal basket fully on the gateway and I run it at like 225 overnight, do you think it'll run? You know, do you think it'll have enough coal to run all night? I guess that's my question. 5 to 6 hours. That's about when I did my hot and fast on the Kamado. It came out really good. And it took me, I think it was about 6 hours, and then I rested for an hour, hour and a half. Okay, so if I do low and slow, I should be able to get 10 to 12 hours of burn time out of it then. All right. Well, I think I might try that. You know, I know it's a little riskier on there than it is on the Kamado, but I just kind of want to use this. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'll just use this overnight. I'll put it on tonight. I'll get it started. I'll get it locked into temperature, and I'll put it on here overnight. Would you use that diffuser plate for the cook, Russ? Do you think that would make it safer just from drippage and any kind of flare-ups, even if I'm using the Guru? I mean, I assume it probably would. I guess it's a dumb question. I more than likely should use that. Okay. All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. That's what I'm going to do. Decision made. So my wife's here. It's going to be brisket for her. So I'm going to hold you responsible for this cook, man. I'm just kidding, and I can't wait to do it. Evens the heat out. All right, cool. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'll let this thing burn for a couple hours. I might even just let all this coal go. Just let it burn, really set the paint, because I have no reason not to. And then I'll clean it out later and get it ready for the cook tonight. That's what I'm going to do. And I'll just run the Guru on it, since I have it already set up anyway. I mean, what's the difference at this point? Team Turner, good morning. How are you? Man, nobody's saying anything here. It's just like me and Russ having a chat. If whoever's here, if you haven't hit the like button, do me a favor and hit that for me. I think it helps. I don't really know anymore, but I don't think it'll hurt. I love the royal blue, man. That was the whole thing that caught my eye on this. When I was down in Dallas, the first time I met Justin and Greg, and I think it was 2019. I should say first and only time I met Justin and Greg, but that'll change in July. I saw it there, and I fell in love with it, you know. And I've used the pit barrel cooker all that time, and I love the pit barrel cooker, but this just gives me so much more versatility. Man, this Smokefire question is one that I really kind of want to stay away from, but I'll just... okay, so here's my opinion, real quick. The Smokefire's problems are foundational, and a firmware update or all these little mods that they made to it, they're not going to make it a safer cooker. I'm sorry. So I feel very strongly about it. When Weber first came out with it, you know, they advertised that you can do direct and indirect cooking and all that, and shortly after my video came out and a couple friends of mine that showed that it generates grease fires very fast and very easily, like within the first hour of cooking, then they changed their tune and started saying you're supposed to cook with foil pans. And so just to me, it's a farce, you know, from start to finish. And putting in a modified hopper slide and a firmware update are not going to make that cooker safe. So I would not buy it with my money. I did once. I returned it. I will not buy it again unless there's a full redesign from the bottom up, and that I look at it and think I could potentially trust it, you know, from not being a fire hazard. I would say no shot. Yeah, Chris, and you know, I made it real clear in that video that I wasn't bashing. You know, I was just being honest about what was happening and what my experience was. But man, if you go to that video and you read some of those comments, I mean, I got one yesterday, you know, some guy, and I fired back at him because I'm just sick of it already. But you know, these people go out and they buy it and they spend their money on it, and then they want to justify their ownership of it. So they'll put a blind eye to all these faults. And if you want to put a blind eye to it, that's up to you. It's your money, you know, that's up to you. But for me, it was all about safety, and that cooker was not safe to use in the way that they both designed and claimed you could use it. And that was my main concern, is that people were going to believe that they could because of that Weber name on it, and then find out later when it's too late, when they burn down their porch, that they couldn't trust it. So I'm glad they came out with the foil pan thing, but I wish they would have done it in a way where it's like, you know, hey, we realize there's a hazard issue here, and because of that, that's why we're recommending pans, not just, you know, the way they did it. And then they've continued to push the cooker. You know, it's not like they've tried to do anything at all. And I don't know, you know, I lost a lot of faith in them as a company, and I have Weber's here around me. You know, their gas grills are safe if you keep them clean. The kettle obviously is a, you know, their flagship item from way back. I love both of those, but that Smokefire, you know, like my grandpa used to say, they can take that and stick it where the sun don't shine. You're gonna be a lot happier with the Lone Star grills, man. And I mean, it's just, that's a, you know, that's a Cadillac, honestly. I'm holding in at 295 now. Beautiful. I have it set at 300. That's why the fan's kicking back up now a little bit. Let me see where it is. I wonder if this gives me cook times. I don't think I started the timer. That's my issue. I think you have to start a timer on here. Oh, I see. There's additional controls there. Yeah, I'm just using it for the first time. Okay. Cook a lot of ribs at once. Yeah, I bought it too, man, but I don't know if I'll ever use it. I know they taste really good when you hang them, but I have had so many ribs break off in the pit barrel cooker and then end up down in the coals, and I got to reach down in there and dig them out, and it's like, and then take all the ash off of them, and it's just a pain. So I kind of, you know, just want to use the racks. I'm sorry, the grates. But if I am going to do a lot of ribs, I have the racks. I bought them for that reason, and then I'll just keep a close eye on them. And then plus with this cooker, we have that diffuser plate down at the bottom. So if they do fall, they'll hit that diffuser plate. They won't end up down in the fire bucket, you know. You love it, Ben, so you like the Lone Star? That's good. Yeah, I mean, you know, undoubtedly would recommend that cooker. You know, I have a really nice Lone Star offset here, and I haven't used it a ton, but I absolutely love it. I was gonna do an all-nighter with Mother's Day brisket on that for tomorrow, but oh man, I'll be 47, you know, in July, and man, when I stay up all night doing a cook, I do not feel good the next day. So I just don't want to do it. Yeah, when you hang the ribs, they have a, I mean, I'm sure they're going to have a great flavor regardless, but it's just that risk of those things falling. And I'm not as good at knowing, you know, when to pull them or maybe move them onto a grate. But really, the weight, and that's the problem I have here. is the way my family likes ribs is to where I could just grab a bone and pull it out of the rib. Like, they like them that tender. So in order for me to do that on the pit barrel, it's really hard because by then, you know, they're already ripped off and laying on the coals. So I usually try to pull them right before that happens and then get them into some foil and rest them because they'll keep cooking. And if I can get it right at that right time, I can still achieve the tenderness everyone likes and not have a big mess, you know, to clean off the ribs before I rest them. And drums do make great tasting ribs. I mean, I've only used the pit barrel so far, but now this will be my newest toy. I wonder how close we are. So the thermometer in the front is telling me that's running at about 265, and grate level, which I could probably move that, but that's telling me it's at about 300. So there's a little difference between the gauge and the guru, but one's at grate level and one isn't, and I could probably move the other one and see if it gets a little closer so that which I guess it really wouldn't matter if I did, would it? Let's see. Gotta get rid of that guy. So many keyboard tough guys out there. Let's see. Alright, I got rid of it. Where's Kent? Kent's here? There he is. Did you see that?
Yeah. What the hell?
I don't know what people are doing. Kent, hey, what's up, man?
I did sneeze, thanks.
Oh, she says thanks. You sneezed?
Yeah.
I didn't even hear you sneeze. Thanks, Pickles. Thanks, Troy. She says thank you. I don't know if you could hear her. All right. Yeah, okay. I went through all these, so I think I only had that one more moron that I had to get rid of there. I mean, if somebody is that somebody that's subscribed to my channel that just waits for lives, or is it just people that, I wonder if this shows up on the YouTube homepage at all? I really don't know.
You got me.
All right. It is, Russ. It's beautiful. We had nothing but rain and cold weather all week, and now today it's going to be about 70 and sunny. Tomorrow the same, and then all week this week we're going to have really nice weather, like, you know, 80, 85 degrees, 75 degrees and sun. So I plan on, I mean, if I could, I would just sit out here in the sun all week, but I'm going to get some videos done this week, man. I'm really excited, and I won't have to worry about, you know, being cold or whatever. I'm super happy about that. Take care, UT. I appreciate it. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Thank you for that. Same going out from me to everyone out there. But yeah, Russ, it's beautiful, man. I mean, I'm so happy to be out here. I can't even begin to tell you. Like, I haven't been able to sit outside. I think we had a couple of days in March where it was nice and I was able to come sit outside. But other than that, you know, it's just been garbage. Garbage weather, man. And here I'm complaining about the cold, but I always laugh about it because, you know, I would say in about 6 weeks, I'm going to be out here complaining how hot it is. Maybe not as much as like you and Justin, but it's going to get hot here. And it gets humid too. Wow, 87 today, huh, Pickles? That's good. I would take that, man. And Sleeper, I assume you're east of me. Um, oh, you can speed it up, man, on Final Cut, but I don't know if you'll match. I don't know if you'll match the real time. You know what I mean. You can speed it up on Final Cut though, the clip, and you can actually do custom. And if you can even get it close to where it's not noticeable, then you're probably okay. Hangman's birthday break apart. I mean, there is like in this cooker that I have this deflector that's down there. Actually, here, let me see. Can I turn this camera around? Is my question. And now I have. Hello? Okay, no problem. Just call me when you arrive. Bye-bye. I have somebody coming here to pick something up from me, so I'll stay with you guys till then. Oh, I was going to show you... Hold on. Let me unplug this and just come over here. And let me see, can I turn this camera around while I'm on live? I can. Beauty. All right, so Barbecue Guru, there's the fan. So you can see there's a diffuser, like a diffuser plate there. So that will catch the ribs, if they break off. Just look at all, I should get this out of the sun, I suppose. Here's all my grills. I got an S&S Kamado back there, a kettle, an S&S kettle, another S&S kettle, Weber kettle back there. There's my Lone Star offset. There's my Gateway pit barrel cooker that hasn't seen any action in a bit. My Camp Chef Woodwind, this Lifetime grill that I'm trying to sell here pretty soon. This Solo stove cooker that I'm trying to give away and can't. And my Weber gasser. And I don't know if you can see this arch here in my backyard above the pond, but there's actually a cardinal's nest there, and she is sitting on her eggs right now, and she's just a great mother. I mean, she has been there no matter what I do out here. She stays with those babies. Let me switch this camera back. There we go. All right, let me see. I'm not sure, Todd. That's a great question. That's one of the things that I intend to find out, There you go, Russ. Yeah, that'll work, man. I think you can make that work without having to refilm it. That's one of the questions I tend to answer, Todd, is whether or not I can do it that way, But, we'll see. If I can do it that way without the ribs breaking and I get better flavor, I'll probably try to do that. But I kind of like the idea of just having that plate in there, And even if they're really, really good and maybe not as good, at least I don't have to worry about them breaking and going down into the coals. All right, I've been on here about an hour, and I have a guy who will be here like any minute to pick something up for me, so I'm going to let you guys go. But I want to thank you for being here with me today. Yeah, Doug, no kidding. I want to thank you guys for being here with me today. If you haven't, before you leave, please hit the thumbs up for me if you haven't. And I'm going to run now because I guess I'll give you a rundown of the rest of my day. I'm going to let this burn just like this. I can leave it alone. I'm going to go to the front yard, and I got to put together 3 cookers that are in boxes for review videos. And I got to clean 2 cookers for upcoming shoots this week. So if by some miracle I get all that done today, I'm going to be the happiest guy that you have ever seen. So I'm probably going to carry some of this into tomorrow. But anyway, yeah, thank you all very much. I really appreciate everything. And, thanks, Russ, for being here. Justin, tell Greg I hope he feels better if you're still on. And Russ, I may text you later just for a little more advice about this overnight cook, but I think I got a pretty good handle on it. So I'll talk to you guys later, and that's it. Take care. I'll see you guys on the next one, whether it be a video or a live. Don't know yet. Let me see here if I can get out of here. Take care, everybody. Thanks, Russ. All right.